Hey guys, it's Natalie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do my August wrap up and my September TBR. I really did not read that many books. I don't know what it was this month. I think I was just really caught up in reading the news, paying attention to that, and all the crazy stuff going on in the US right now. It is a weird time. With that being said, I do still have Black Lives Matter links down below, so please feel free to click through them, donate, sign where you can. But anyways, let's get on to the video. So this month I have honestly only read one book in its completion as of now. Today's the 29th, so likely I'll finish the second book I'm gonna show in my wrap up, but I've not really been into reading this month, and I think that's okay. I've been busy with other things, and it's all good. But yeah, so the book that I did read was, this book is Antiracist. This is by Tiffany Jewell and illustrated by Aurelia Durand. And this book, first of all, is beautiful. Let me just show you, like, the art and illustrations in this are so beautiful and so stunning, and it is so insightful and just a really good read. And I think this is a really important book and I recommend it. I think it covers the basis of what racism is and what anti-racism is, and prejudice and microaggressions and all of like the basic vocabulary of, you know, the stuff that's going on right now. And I think being informed and taking an initiative and agency and learning about things for yourself is really important. This is the book for this month, and I really, really loved it. And again, the illustrations are like absolutely stunning. Are you kidding me? So yes, I cannot recommend this book enough. The next book that I want to share with you guys is a book it's Oryx and Greek. I have not finished this book. It's only like 300 or 400 pages. It's like 370 pages, and I'm like 220 pages in, and so I don't know if I'm just gonna DNF this or what. It's not the book, it's just my headspace right now. I'm not into reading a book this intense right now, and the thing is, it's not even that it's like fast-paced, really engaging, it's just really dense. And I think that because of that, like, my brain is just not in the place for this book. But it is really interesting, and I would like to finish it, so I might like tinker around and finish this in September if I feel the urge and it strikes me. But for now, I think I'm gonna DNF it. It's good. I do like it. I think my brain is just like a fried egg right now and can't handle it. So there's that. But to kind of make up for that, I have been reading and doing a lot of like reference book reading on Wika, which is again something I've been studying and practicing. And so I got this new book called A Little Bit of Wika by Cassandra Easton, and I think I will be finishing this because it's microscopic. It's pretty small. So I'll probably be finishing this in the next few days, but it's just reference, it's just basics. A side note, if you guys would want to see a like spiritual book haul or like all the spiritual books on my bookshelf, let me know. We've got a big variety between my partner and I, which I think is really fun. I think it's important to learn about different faiths and understand that, because I think faiths and religion really permeate so many aspects of our culture and our society, and I think that having some sort of grasp or understanding of what other people's beliefs are rooted in and stand for, I think is important in finding common ground instead of just being like, oh, you're wrong, because really I think all faith is just, you know, finding what works for you to make you a better person, and, you know, we're all just walking each other home. So yeah, but anyways, this book has been really good and really cute. I am using as a bookmark this super cute social distancing sticker my friend gave me, and so yeah, I really like it. And yeah, so I'm just reading some reference, which is easier on my brain because it's stuff that I already know. But again, I think it's important to get different perspectives, even if it's like the more like factual aspects of a faith. So yeah. Moving on to my TBR there's a book over here. Moving on to my TBR for September, I am playing it real safe. We've got 4 books, and honestly, this may be all I read, but I am determined to get through at least half of these. So hopefully that little spark comes back. I know that Virgo season can be very, like, introspective and self-reflective. I've been doing a lot more writing and journaling than I have reading, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay to be in your head sometimes. The 2 fantasy books that I'm hoping to get through are We Hunt the Flame, which I think I've mentioned before, and I'm just excited. It just looks really freaking cool, and it's really beautiful, and I bought this when I got The Shadows Between Us, and that book was amazing, so I have high hopes for this one, and I'm kind of just feeling this fantasy vibe right now, so that's what we're gonna go with. And then on top of that, I just purchased the sequel to The Merciful Crow, which is The Faithless Hawk, and I know that I think Blood and Honey is the sequel to Serpent and Dove, or something similar to that. I'll put a little cover. It's coming out on September 1st, so I will also eventually be picking that one up as well. But I told myself I have to read these 2 at least before I can go get it. And so I'm really stoked for The Faithless Hawk. I think it's going to be an amazing sequel. For those of you that have not seen, The Merciful Crow is a book that is about different caste systems in this fantasy world, and the crows are a lower caste. They are the ones that have to pick up dead bodies and burn them because they are the only people in the caste system that are not plagued by the plague, this illness that is killing off everyone else in other castes. And so, but because of this, and because of this role that they have in society, they are really badly looked down upon, and they are belittled, and there's a lot of prejudice against them. And so this is basically just the next book in that series as we go along with a hawk who is in the soldier caste in this fantasy world. And so I'm really excited to read. The next book that I really want to get into, I think I may have mentioned before, but that is The Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler, and this is a really, really epic dystopian that actually takes place in the early 2020s, and it is about, I'll read again the back for you guys, and it's basically like global climate change, economic crises, and social chaos. So, ow, kind of hits the nail on the head. Is that the phrase? But yeah, so I think this would be hopefully a nice escape into a different world, but also still kind of relevant to what we're going through today. The last book that I want to share with you guys is Purple Hibiscus, and this book looks just so good. First of all, I think the cover is so beautiful. I love it. And I am really stoked on what this is about. So it is about 15-year-old Kimbili and her older brother Jaja, and they are children who have a father who's a really respected businessman, and so he has really high expectations and very high religious expectations for his children and then his wife, and eventually they decide to go on a trip to visit their aunt, and with her they kind of discover like a whole new way of living life and seeing the world. And so when they go back home, they kind of have to deal with the aftermath of understanding these freedoms and things that they haven't really had before. And so I think it's a really interesting story and a really interesting premise, and it takes place in Nigeria, and I am just really stoked to read this. This is a winner of the Hurtston and Wright Legacy Award, which is pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I'm really stoked to read this one as well. It really just caught my eye. So this is it. These are the 4 that I'm going for this month. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself because it's still a pandemic. It's still a lot of political chaos here in the States, and you just gotta take care of you. So that's what I'm doing. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video still. If you have any other good book recommendations, please feel free to leave them down below. Or if you've read any of these books, I would love to know your opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up so I know that you did. And if you guys like seeing my face, feel free to subscribe so that you may see more of it. And with that, I'm just going to sign off and say bye. So I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.